good evening, and welcome to Girlfriend Minute. I am Shar.
And I'm Pascal.
How are you this evening, Pascal?
Doing well. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. How was
That's good.
your Christmas and your week and
My
all that?
Christmas was actually okay. I slept most of it.
Yeah,
But
don't.
I needed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
do.
then I got to enjoy it with the kids.
That's nice.
So, yeah, my Christmas dinner was lasagna. So that
Mine
was good.
too. Mine too at Danny's house. I went to Danny's house. I was alone
Oh,
Christmas Day, so I went to Danny's house and had Christmas lasagna.
yum.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Overall, it was good. So,
Yeah. That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
I needed the rest.
Well, sometimes you just need to,
Yes,
you know, it's valuable.
it is valuable, 100% valuable.
You work nonstop. You definitely
Somet-
need it.
Sometimes I can't get enough of it though, and then I don't feel like I've accomplished anything on my day off. So,
Well, that's
but
okay to have a day that you don't accomplish anything,
yeah, yeah, true, true,
you know. I
very
do
true.
I do enjoy those days. I sometimes have regret the next day, but during the day that of laziness, I'm pretty happy sometimes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, especially when you're sitting in your pajamas
Yes.
all day, and then you're
Well,
just like,
yeah.
even
I
after you take a shower and you put new pajamas on.
right? I know. That's what I did Christmas Day actually. I stayed in my jammies
That's the best.
most of the day, and then I was like, oh well, I'm supposed to be at her house between this time and this time, so I guess I'll shower. So I did, and
Well,
it
there you
was
go.
it was I had to be at her house between 4 and 4:30, and so I got up, I made a pie for her house, and I had gotten her eggnog ready and got had your gift ready to go and all that good stuff, and then it was like 2:30. It's like, well, I guess I should shower.
Make sure I smell good before I
Yeah,
go.
right. So I did.
Oh, well, that's good. Was there a lot of people at her house?
Oh, her family, her husband
Okay.
and two kiddos, her mom, her sister-in-law, and a cousin,
Okay.
and the mom's boyfriend, Gary. So yeah, it was nice. I had a good
Very good.
time.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's always nice to spend Christmas somewhere if you're alone. So,
Yeah, it is. I did, but you know what? I was really kind of um because I did Christmas the day before. So
hmm
it was nice, just the house was quiet. The dogs
oh,
were
yes.
sleeping. They would not even go outside to go to the bathroom till after 2 p.m. They were
Damn, they were tired
exhausted
too.
from the kids having Aziel here and then the new baby, because that's the first time they met the new baby. So that just took it up a notch. They were just like, "Oh my gosh, what is this new person?"
It's a new
Yeah.
smell. There's a new smell in here. What
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it?
yeah. So, yeah. So, they were exhausted. They were just like, I'm like, you want to go OUT? And I'm opening the sliding, and they're just looking at me from a distance, going, yeah, we're good. We're just gonna hold it.
Yeah.
We're not. I mean, like they just lifted their heads and looked at me like, nah. I'm just
We're just hanging out here, Mom. We're just gonna lay down.
like, so yeah, but it
Well,
was
they're not
good.
used to it. Those dogs are not used to it. They're just used to you guys, and all of you are adults, so they're not used to running around with little kids. So
No,
I bet
no.
they were exhausted.
And Murphy thinks it's not Murphy. Axel thinks it's a full-time job babysitting Aziel. So
Oh yeah, his protector.
yeah, no one's getting near that baby.
No, that's
He's not,
good.
he's not gonna have it. Yeah,
He's
no.
already formed a relationship.
He follows him everywhere. That poor kid
Yeah.
can't take a step without the dog. Just
Oh. And of course, the dog is probably way bigger than him right now.
way bigger.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
in height.
Like riding
Yeah.
a horse.
It would be if I had a saddle. I could
Yes.
probably find a dog saddle,
You
couldn't I?
could.
I could put it on Axel. Oh, he's not going to be happy with me.
Oh no, he's not. He's not. He's not gonna know what you're trying to do to him.
I'm kidding. I
Oh,
wouldn't I wouldn't traumatize my dog that way, but
no, of course not. Of
I
course
might look at the options.
not. It's
Yeah.
always fun to look.
Right. So yeah, so the dogs were exhausted. It was so funny. I mean, they didn't move.
Oh,
They just were like, yeah, we need to recuperate.
yes. Yeah. They need
So
time
yeah.
away from the babies.
Yeah, so that was about it. It wasn't, it's about the kids anyways. And
Yeah, of
Aziel had a great
course.
time. And of course, Milani, she has no idea what's happening. So, you know,
Yeah. But she came in just in time for her first Christmas. How about that?
she did. She did.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, she's
So
sweet.
cute. Yeah,
So, of
adorable.
course, we're 2 weeks old, so,
Well, all you're doing is eating and pooping and
and
sleeping.
sleeping. Yes.
Those were the days.
Right?
Of course, I can't remember them. However,
Yeah, right.
I can remember my child, but
Yeah, it just
yeah,
sounds good.
it does. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, good. I'm
So
glad you had a great Christmas. So
yeah,
that's good.
it's always nice when it's peaceful. So I get to repeat it this weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I take an extra day on the weekend, so I had an extra day off. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah, so
Very nice.
that's about it. Now I get to clean up some of this Christmas. I'm not taking my trees down yet. I'm not ready. I don't do that till after New Year's. I enjoy my trees, but I will work on some of the other stuff. I'm going to work on cleaning up. You see this mess behind me on the bed here?
Yes, I
Gift
do.
wrapping paper. It's camera equipment, and I'm not even sure what's in that box. Anyway, so I'm going to clean all that up and start
Yeah.
weeding through this room that was hers.
So is that when you normally take your Christmas tree down? Is after New Year's?
I do. Normally the weekend after, yeah. I just like my trees. I have a tall one, a normal size one, average one. I have a small tabletop one, and um, I just like having them on and nothing else in the house, and I just like them. So,
So traditionally, being Catholic and being a Maronite Catholic actually, and um, being Lebanese, traditionally we don't take our Christmas tree down until the week after January.
hmm
Because that is when Jesus gets baptized, and then we make all these like different sweets for that
hmm
moment too, as well. So traditionally, I won't take my Christmas tree down until about the second week of January.
yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah,
know several people that do that as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we make these desserts. One of them is like a donut, but it's like a long donut,
Oh,
and yeah, it's really good. You could put powdered sugar on it, but I don't like to eat it with the powdered sugar. I just like to eat it plain, just like that.
what
And
about
then another one,
cinnamon?
oh, we can put cinnamon on it too. Yeah, that would be good. But it has anise seed in it, so
Ah,
it's
gotcha.
like, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
already flavored,
it is.
And then we make these like little balls. And after you make the little balls, they fluff up,
Mm-hmm.
and then we transfer them to a bath of sugar syrup.
Ooh.
And then, yes, and then we, drain them from the sugar syrup, put them on the side, and then we eat them that way. So
So
it's
what day are
really
you
good.
doing this? When should I
Yeah.
be there?
Yes.
I can catch a flight to Harrisburg. I've
You
flown in
sure
there a few
can.
times.
Okay, you sure can. I'll be waiting with those in my arms.
Right. Just greet me at the
Welcome.
gate.
Welcome to Pennsylvania.
Greet me at the gate with them. We're good to go. So yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah. Um, that's it. And then there's another dessert that we make. It kind of looks like funnel cake, except it's the same consistency as the balls that I just spoke about, and then
hmm
they're also dipped in sugar syrup.
Hmm.
And then sometimes we color the sugar syrup where we make it like red, or we make it like, I don't know what other color to green, red and green and like different colors. And we dip half of it
Half of
in
it
there.
in there. That's
Yes.
cool.
So it looks, festive.
Yeah. Well, very
Yeah.
cool. That
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
It is. It is.
Sounds delicious.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna attempt to make it my first time by myself this year. So
Oh, yeah. I
we'll
have to
see.
make cupcakes to take back to work Wednesday for a coworker's birthday. I won't be there Tuesday, so they're waiting for me to come back Wednesday to bring the surprise cupcakes I make. So I make
Oh,
surprise cupcakes. you had to have been there in Anona the first time I made it. I don't know if you remember. We had a teacher and we had to do something from start to finish. It was like a project. And you had to
Okay.
bring it in and start to finish. So I was making surprise cupcakes from start to finish. And you brought everything in, you just talked about it. And then you had the finished product, which you made at home and brought in.
Okay.
I don't remember what teacher did that at Anona.
I don't
But
know.
the first time I made them on my own was 3rd grade for this project.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've been making them ever since. And everyone loves them. They just like, how'd you get that filling in there?
Surprise.
Surprise. So I fill them with a cream cheese chocolate chip mixture. So you bite into the
Ooh.
cupcake, inside the center is this filling. And
Yum.
they're delicious.
Oh,
So
I bet they are delicious.
yeah, I mean, when I make them and my daughter's like, really? Really? Because I'll send her a picture because she doesn't live with me anymore. So I just send her the picture. She's like, seriously. She's
Right. Send them to me, Mom.
She hates when I make them and she's not here. So
Aw. It's
Yeah.
okay. You'll have to package some up and send them my way.
right?
Yes.
They're delish. Well, I'll come
Oh, I
visit and
bet.
I'll make you some.
Yeah, there you go. That's even
Yeah.
better.
Right?
I don't even remember that class.
I don't remember which teacher did. I remember having Mrs. Cargo for 4th. I had Mrs. Blair for 3rd.
Okay.
And actually, Mrs. Blair used to come into where I worked later in life, and she knew who I was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I always wondered what happened to her.
She looked the same, just older. And not like awful older. You just knew who she
No.
was. But, she had, she was just
Yeah.
older. Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked good. And last time I saw her, I have no idea if she's
How long
still
ago
there.
was that?
Well, I've been back at the clinic for 4 years. I was gone 7 or 8 years prior to that. So last time I saw her was 2008 to 2012, 13.
Oh, okay. So it's been some time then.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
she's probably real old now. So. I'm so bad.
Probably.
12 years ago.
No. So, remember our PE teacher at Anona?
Yes.
What was his name?
I don't know his name. I just remember his face.
Mr. Affleck.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm friends with him
Yes.
on Facebook.
Are you really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
My God, how old is he now?
He's old.
Yes.
He's old. He's
Gotta be pushing 90.
he's in his 80s.
Yeah.
And he did his whole career, I believe, at Anona.
Really?
Or the majority of it. Well, Anona's the oldest elementary school in our county.
In the county, yeah.
Like 1872, 1874.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's funny.
Oh. It's
That's
good to
funny.
reminisce, isn't it?
It is. It is. So
Oh,
that's
my
when I
God.
started making the surprise cupcakes. I used to make them with my mom, and then I had this project we had to do, and so I made them, and yeah.
Yeah.
I had teachers going, "Can I have the recipe?"
Yeah, right? Can you show me how to do it? And you were
Can
what,
you-
10?
3rd grade, I was 8.
9, 10?
And,
Oh,
well, I'm a
yeah,
June
I'm
baby.
older than you. Yeah.
You're older than me.
Forgot.
I didn't. I did not forget. I know when all y'all's birthdays are.
And you will never forget.
And I will always be younger, no matter
No matter what, no matter how you look
what.
at it. All right. I'll accept it. Thank you. At least I'm not the oldest, so.
No, you're not. That would be Crystal.
Yeah.
She's
That would
like,
be. I'm the middle child.
You're the middle child. Because
I'm the middle
Danny.
child.
Next is Danny, then you, and then
Moi. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Hard to
Yes.
believe. Soon it's going to be a year that you were here and we did that little photo shoot.
I know. Can you believe it? Wow. It's
We're
crazy.
at the halfway mark now.
We are at the halfway mark. Yeah. Do you have anything planned for the New Year's?
I will be in my hobo clothes, much as you see me now.
Okay. That's a great idea.
I do not go out for New Year's. New Year's is probably my least favorite.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm like, it's another day.
Just
You
another day.
Flip over the year, I just not a partier, and I'm happy on the couch. I don't even watch the ball drop or anything.
Oh no, you're probably asleep
I,
before then.
well, no, I'm awake for it. I'm just watching a movie or something,
Yeah.
streaming something that I'm addicted to, and I know it's dropping, and it's not going to change if I watch it or not. It's gonna,
No, it's not.
it's still gonna
The world
happen.
is not gonna stop.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was neat though one year. I took the kids to New York City because they wanted an experience and blah blah blah. So I took them to New York City. They had never been on a plane. I guess they were like in middle school, and they do a test run of the confetti drop a few days
Oh.
before, and we were there a few days before, so there was confetti on the streets, and the kids were like, "What's this for?" I'm like, "Well, New Year's, they're testing everything before they do it live on TV." So they're
Wow, that's fun.
setting everything up, and and you could
Yeah,
see
I
it on
didn't know
top
they
of the
did that.
building. They could see it on top of the building,
Oh, well, that's fun. You guys didn't stay until the ball drop?
No, it'd probably be fun to experience, but I definitely would not do that with younger kids in the cold
No,
for that many hours.
I was gonna say that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's
Yeah,
a
and I've heard some
lot
of
of
them
people.
pee in their pants because they can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, it's, you can't, they're packed in there. Talk
They
about
are.
sardines in a can.
That's when you wear diapers.
I don't know that I could do that.
I don't think I can do that either, but I mean, if you had to, if you have no choice. I mean, you can't leave your spot. What are you going to do if you had to go pee?
Well, you watched Big Bang Theory? You ever watched that?
Yes.
And Howard and them are waiting in line, and Howard has I'm assuming some kind of catheter because he's got his bag strapped to his leg. So he's like, not only do I can just pee and not have to leave my spot in line, it warms my leg.
I didn't see that one.
Nice.
Yeah, but as ladies, how can we do that? Men can just put something over top of theirs.
I just not even,
But women, how are you going to do that? You're going to catheter yourself?
No, that's a no.
Exactly. That's a big no.
I'll just dehydrate, not drink anything. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, no. But I sent Danielle a picture of something the other day, and she's like, "Oh, I have one of those."
Is it a pee thing for females?
It is.
Yeah, I was gonna buy one of those.
I was like, what?
It's good for when you're camping and stuff like that, and you don't have to.
She used it in her kayak when she had a kayak.
Oh.
Which you're driving along on a boat or a jet ski. I don't know.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know where the picture went, but oh, here it is. It's just not right when I look at it.
I wonder which kind it is.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, let me see. So I plan on not being here because I already live here and I just don't want to be here. Oh yeah, it's a female penis. Yes, it's multifunctional.
It's something.
Yeah.
Oh
That's pretty cool though. I would have one. I would like to have one. Just in case, you never know.
Well, now I know what to get you for your birthday. So when you get one in the mail randomly,
yeah. You get a female penis. Congratulations.
By the way, I'm good. I'm not asking for one.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
What if we go camping? I mean, you're going to need one. Or are you just going to squat? Yeah.
I've actually never really been camping. Well, I take that back. So at Fort Wilderness, but they have bathrooms. So that's there you go.
There you go.
I've never really been like in the woods camping.
I haven't really been in the woods camping either, but I'll do glamping. I don't think I
would consider glamping, but then they better have a pretty outhouse or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be here. I am going to bring my clothes here. I'm going to put makeup on. I'm going to dress up. And I'm going to get the hell out of here and go somewhere else and party.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. That's my plan. So let's
That's cool.
hoping, fingers crossed that that's going to work out at the end of the night.
Well, where are you going to go party at?
I have no idea yet.
No.
No.
You're
But
not
what I
doing.
would like to do is I would like to make like a small little charcuterie platter.
Oh, yum.
Yep. And then I will so I have this other mixed drink that I do and it tastes like punch. And so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fill up like a gallon of it. I'm not gonna drink the whole gallon. Everybody calm down.
Well,
You know,
it's been a year.
c'est la vie.
C'est la vie. That's right.
No, I don't think I can drink the whole thing because that thing sneaks up on you like there's no tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
but at least I'll have it and I'll have a couple drinks, before we bring in the new year. And I think that's about it. I might hang out one of the waitresses that works here, so maybe her and I will go to the place that I used to work at and just kind of sit down and relax. That's it. I mean, nothing crazy, but at least it's not in here.
Yes, change of
Yeah.
scenery is always a good thing.
Yeah, everybody's asking me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you guys going to stay open, until midnight or what's going on? I'm like, no, not gonna. No. Thanks for asking.
I don't blame you. You have to do for yourself too. That's something you need to work on for yourself in the new year.
Yeah.
You need to walk away a little bit.
Oh, this is my New Year's resolution.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Yes, so it's called I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I have a calendar about that.
Yes, you did.
It's right here. It's
I love
waiting
it.
for a few more days
Yes.
before it makes its
Before you-
debut on the
Yeah.
nail.
Yes. I have to bring mine in. Mine is going to be hanging here at the restaurant for all to see.
Yes, Danielle was already plotting hers, so yeah.
Yeah. So that's my New Year's resolution and I'm going to live hopefully day by day by that resolution and we'll see. Anything that makes me upset, anything that, is trying to tear me down or do whatever and if life gets hard, I'm just going to sit and say, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And leave it at that. And that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
blame you. I don't blame
Yeah.
you. No one else does, right?
Right. So
They just
why not?
expect you to. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah.
So
So that's my motto.
good for you. I'll have to find you a shirt.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I
Oh.
got the calendar.
You can wear this shirt around your apartment in
I
your alone
could.
time.
I could.
With your jammy bottoms, your
With my
jammy
jammy
bottoms.
bottoms. Yes.
Yeah. See, I have
Yes.
a plan for you.
There you go.
So I did post a question on Facebook.
Okay.
And I always said the relationship questions do the best, and they do. What did your last relationship teach you?
Oh.
And I've had a ton of comments. I'm still getting comments. So what did your last relationship teach you?
Not to trust anybody.
That's
Unfortunately, it's
well,
really sad.
and it's pretty common. From
Yeah,
what I'm
it's really
seeing.
sad. Also, it taught me not to give my whole self to someone.
I've seen that too posted.
Yeah, to kind of keep things, I guess maybe at an even keel. I don't know how to explain it, but just not to give all myself. And some of my relationships that I've had before, I kind of take over and do things rather quickly. And I think I've learned now to slow things down a little bit. And I hate to say not care so much. And I don't want to sound like I am bitter or anything like that from my last relationship, but
well, it leaves a mark.
It does leave a mark.
It's a scar.
It is, and I've had some other ones before in my life too as well. And each one has a different scar in a different area of my heart and everything, but unfortunately, and I hate to say it, and I'm sure it goes all across the board with like men and women. It's not
Hmm.
just men or not just women, but all across the board where it's very hard to put all your trust in someone and think that they're going to be a good person in the end. And then when they are not, you are taken back. And then you're like, well, why isn't this person? I was good to this person. What do they want? I was there. I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this. You know? Um, and I didn't have to do all those things. But I think I did them because I jumped. I jump in too quickly.
So when you say jump in, you mean jump into the relationship too quickly
Yeah.
overall, or do
I
you
take,
mean taking care of everything and handling things and giving it
well,
all your
giving myself, yeah, giving
okay.
myself to that person. I think that's what I do rather quickly, is to give myself to that person, like wholeheartedly. Like I have a fault where I want to help, but I think I take it a little too far. Where I solely take it as I did this for you. Why aren't you acting like this to me? And I don't know. It's very difficult. But unfortunately, my last relationship taught me that there are people who habitually lie all the damn time. And I'm just completely sick about it.
It's funny because
And
I posted the question on the Girlfriend Minute page. I also posted it on the Sassy page, but I also posted it on my personal page. So when I post on my personal page, unless I put ladies, I let everyone answer. That includes men.
right,
And because it's interesting, it is a two-way road.
it
Women
is
are not
absolutely.
perfect. Women can be a pain in the ass. Women
No, and they
lie.
can be
Women
liars too.
cheat. Women
Yeah,
lie. Women cheat. Women steal. I mean, it's they're everyone's people, and people do people things. So this is all just um,
across the board.
across the board. So and it's interesting because and this is me, just because of my experience with social media, guys and some of their answers posting, don't trust women, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
a lot
because
about that.
you know that same guy, some guys that I know for a fact will post something like that,
Hmm.
but they're cheating with everybody.
Oh yeah, it's like a double-edged sword.
So you're
Yeah.
posting one thing because it sounds good, and the girls are going, oh look, he's been, yeah,
Mhm.
no. For those of you, I know who you are.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of, interesting, but I know who the women are too. So yeah, so
Well,
it's
they try to
interesting.
make themselves look good. That's why. Because like you said, it sounds good when it's written down.
Exactly. It's like, oh, so you trolling my page to find your next.
Yeah. Find your next victim.
And I don't mean to sound like that, because women can do the same thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying there were a few that I was like, okay.
Well, you know what? Nowadays, what I have found in our age group, and I want to say about, I want to say maybe 5 to 10 years younger than us, and then maybe 5 years older than us, where I've heard a lot on the man side where they're saying that they cannot trust women too much anymore lately.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then I think about it and I'm like, well, what kind of women are you actually going for? Like, are you going for the
Right.
younger women who are like out there just to, and I'm not saying all of them,
No.
just saying from my experiences, are coming out there just because they're asking you what kind of job you have, what kind of car you drive, do you have money in the bank? They're looking for, presents. They're looking for you to take care of them. Do they really love you? I don't think so,
No.
you know. But I've heard from a lot of men around me, around that age group, that are saying and stating the same thing about women, how they just cannot trust them anymore. And I mean, I know how it feels. I'm not going to lie. I know how it feels. If this is not my first rodeo, and nor have I not come across someone who that I was dating and they have lied to me too. So I always start off the relationship with, like, saying, please don't lie to me. If there's something that you want to tell me, even if it hurts me, I would rather hear it from you than have to hear it from somebody else. Because if I hear it from somebody else, you're going to make me look like a fool.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you're going to make me look like I'm stupid in front of people because you're doing crap behind my back.
Yeah.
And then you're lying to me in front of my face. Like, come on, grow up. Like, who has time for that? And this is why, like, I'm not dating anybody right now because of that reason. Because I don't want to be lied to. I just want a simple relationship. And I'm not saying a perfect one because there is no such thing.
There is no such thing, no.
No, I just want somebody who is going to be real, who I'm going to hang out with, who we're going to have fun together. Maybe we'll cry together. Maybe if I'm having a bad day, he'll lift me up. If he's having a bad day, I'll lift him up, and vice versa, And even though it's not going to be 100% perfect, it's somebody that I would want to share that wave with.
Yeah.
It would be somebody that I know that I can fully understand and fully trust, that I would be able to do that. But it's so hard to find. It's so hard to find. I mean, how could you stand there and look at me, my relationship that I have? How could you look at me? Number one, do things in front of me, and you know that you're doing something wrong. Okay. And then you're going to look me straight in my eye after I look at you and I ask you a question, and then you're just going to lie to my face.
Yeah.
And you think that's okay? I don't think so.
No.
And I'm sure that we all go through it, but it happens more often than not.
I definitely think it is something that it's happened for many, many years. And the numbers are up. Well, population is up, Everything increases is when the population increases. So that, involves all of that, all the different personalities, the crazies, all of that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all, so.
And it is, and I've been in the dating world, for quite some time. And I'm very selective about who I date. I don't just go out with anybody.
You have to be.
I don't just go out with anybody. I like, it's more organic. If I went out with the people that I went out with, it's more organically meeting rather than me meeting somebody at the bar. Do I want to date somebody at the bar? Nah. Nah. But I'm not going to say no completely because, I mean, I'm sure there are good people at the bar. Maybe they're just having a bad day. They want to go out and have a drink.
Yeah, it's some people hang out a lot at the bar. I'm just not one of those people. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not my idea of a good time all the time or anything. Oh,
no.
Yeah. I've been at a bar a few times my whole life. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, my one relationship that I had, I was younger though. I think I was in my late 20s. And I actually met him at a club. Me and my girlfriend were out at the club. She wanted to go out, and I'm like, okay, come on, let's go. He actually ended up dancing with her. And then he found out I was Lebanese, and he was from another country, and we both spoke Arabic. And he was like, oh my God. And he got to talking to me and blah, blah, blah. And then that's how our relationship kind of flourished.
Yeah.
From there. And so, and then my last relationship, I used to work at the restaurant here, and the guy here, he would come in and sit down and eat and do that, and then we got to talking and stuff. So everything, pretty much happened organically. But I mean, I find that in some men's cases, okay, and that's just speaking from my experience, in
Hmm.
men's cases, is they don't want that nice girl. They want that bitch. That's who they want.
Well, we're not, you
And not
know,
all the time. And every man is different.
I
But
mean,
I,
you can flip a switch on me and then it's not pretty. I mean, we all have that side,
of course we do.
you
Yeah, we
know.
all do have that side. Like I said, it's not a perfect world and it's not going to be a perfect relationship.
No.
But at the same time, like,
Well, it's
just
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 personalities, you
don't
know.
lie.
Yeah.
Just don't lie. Like it's not even worth it. It's not
No.
that is a major thing for me.
Yeah. Well,
That
it's a
is a
lot.
major thing for me.
It's a major thing for a lot of people. So I asked the question. One person responded with be sensitive.
Uh-huh.
Someone else said stay single. Someone else wasted a lot of time. They wasted a lot of
Yes.
time on their relationship. Someone just put simply don't. Um, that dating a guy 26 years my junior is freaking fun.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it is fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't know.
I do.
26
Sorry.
years. I see where this is going. So 26 years her junior.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
I don't think I've had a relationship 26 years, my junior, but I've had younger. I
Yeah.
was maybe, I want to say, let me see. How old was he? I think he was like 24, 25, and I was like 43. Is that 20 years my junior? Maybe. I
Well,
don't know.
well, look at Miss Pascal.
Yeah.
Well,
But that was, I mean, that was just solely a fun relationship. It wasn't even like,
So how long did that last?
oh, 8 months. 8 months. And then he tried again. And I was like, nope.
Why not? Nope, if it was fun.
Because by that time I had already met somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was a real relationship. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. So that's why.
So someone else posted, there's no honor in being a stepfather. And then someone commented to that. And I mean, it
Mhm.
was a lot. I wrote out all of them that I had, but his post was even longer. So he put, there's no honor in being a stepfather. And someone said, I had a fantastic stepfather. I also had a fantastic stepmother. And then he went on to say that if you and the mother of the stepchild break up, you have no rights to a child you've been a part of their life for however many years and were raising, and you loved them and they're taken from you.
That's true. Yeah.
It's very heartbreaking.
It is because you get
So,
attached.
yep. And so that's what he was referencing. That,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I mean, I can't blame him there.
yeah. Yeah. I just, I don't know. That would be tough. That would be haunting. You just disappeared on me. And welcome back. We had a little technical difficulties. Pascal's computer decided to take a break.
Yes, it did. So it was probably tired too.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So
It's exhausting to be around here.
a few reboots and we came back.
Yes. Yes.
And we left off with there's no honor in being a stepfather.
Right.
On what did your last relationship teach you? So from there, someone posted focus more on myself.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think we lose ourselves sometimes when you
Well, we
have a
do because
relationship and then you have a family. It just,
yes, because we sometimes then we put all our focus on that person,
hmm.
because we're trying to give them the attention that they need, as well as trying, our hardest to be there for that person when they need us too, as well. That we lose ourselves because then it's not reciprocated.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
It's not. Don't trust. We've touched on that. That's a big one. A lot of people
Yes.
said that. A lot of people have been burned one time or another, it seems like,
Yes.
one way or another. Don't get involved with an alcoholic. Well, growing up in my childhood, I can totally wholeheartedly say, don't.
Yes.
Just don't.
Yes.
Don't. It ruins everything.
It does. Yes.
Then someone posted, and I actually thought she recently got engaged to this guy. Well, seeing I just learned the guy I was dating of almost 2 years has been cheating on me. I trust no one now.
Oh, wow.
So a guy she's been dating for the last 2 years pretty much cheated on her the whole time. So was he just probably, I pictured it as the way she worded it, like he had somebody and then he added her to the collection, so to speak, lack of better words. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
now,
No,
now I
I
have
get it.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I get it. Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh
I was
my
like,
God. I'm so sorry. That must suck. I
yeah, and
mean, I've had somebody cheat on me before, but not like from the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I believe she actually, this was like her first true relationship, I believe, since her husband passed.
Oh. Then
Yeah.
I can't, that's a rough one. That's a hard one to take. A hard one, a hard pill to
I mean,
swallow, I guess.
it's hurtful because you lost the love of your life to cancer at a young
Yeah.
age, and then you meet this great guy and you think, okay, maybe.
Yeah. And then he disappoints you.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
sometimes we as people set high expectations for our and I don't want to say significant other, but maybe our partner at the time. And then when they do something like that, because in your mind, you're not even thinking about stuff like that. You're just, going through the relationship. You're having a good time. Maybe you fight it a little bit here and there, and then, you just come back to a normal status. But when you are expecting a person to act a certain way, it's very, very heartbreaking and disappointing when you find things out that you were like, oh my God, why didn't I see this in the beginning?
yeah.
Or
Well,
where was my mind at?
it's hard, especially after being traumatized of losing your loved one.
Yeah, exactly.
And you want to trust. I think it's human nature to want to trust and find someone and be with someone that you have things in common with and can grow with and have experiences with. And it's heartbreaking when you find out, that's not it. And then you have to start over. And then now you're
Yes.
going to look at the next person wondering,
If they're going to do the same thing.
or are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
difficult.
Someone posted all about the narcissism. Well, everyone I think has some narcissism to a degree. I think that's just human nature a little bit.
Of course.
It's men and women, but I think
Yes.
there's levels of it,
There is
where
definitely.
you're made to feel like you're never ever right, or you don't ever get any credit for any of your thoughts, feelings, opinions, or knowledge or experiences. And you start questioning yourself and what you
Yeah,
know
that's
and what you've
that's
experienced. And
that falls again with like losing yourself right
hmm
there too. So that they're all intertwined. If you just
they really
listen,
are. They
they
really
really
are.
are all intertwined together.
Someone posted, don't fall in love, don't trust, don't try to give them everything, which you already kind of
Yeah.
touched base on.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that so many people feel that way.
Isn't it? It's so sad.
It truly is. It truly
It
is.
is.
Take care of your child and then yourself first. You can't fix a broken person. That's up to them. That's true.
That's very true. Yes.
That's true.
And you can't
That's true.
change people unless they are willing to change. And it's not that they're willing to change for you, but it's that they're willing to change themselves so that they can be adaptable with you
To have
together.
they have to want to improve whatever
Yeah,
may be going on and do better or
exactly.
whatever. Yeah, it comes from them. You can't fix them no matter how much you lecture, preach, whatever.
No.
Ultimately, it's up to them to want
Yep.
to do it for themselves and no one else.
Absolutely.
Someone posted, I learned I'm happier living alone most of the time. And I would imagine anyone who lives alone most of the time has those moments of, I wish.
Of course. I mean, and do you really technically want to be alone? I know people do say, I like to live alone, or I like to be alone, or I don't want to really have a relationship. I'm content with being by myself. And some people are wholeheartedly content.
Some are,
Yeah.
absolutely some are. I know
Yeah.
some that are. They're just like, oh,
Yeah.
good God, I wouldn't want that responsibility. So,
No, not at all. And you know what? It's after a while it gets to be a headache. Do you really want that drama in your life? No. I
no.
don't want that drama in my life.
I'm just sitting here
Like,
shaking my head at you.
yes. Well, like especially, there's some guys that enjoy, or girls enjoy that drama because they feel like they're getting the attention that they need from this drama. However, their significant others or their partners that they have, then they neglect and they do not treat respectfully.
Mm-mm.
It's a two-way road.
It is.
If I'm respectful to you, I expect you to be respectful to me.
Yeah.
Unless there's that you do something to me, then of course I'm going to respond, whether it's a negative way or a positive way. It all depends on how your actions are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever. It's just, to me, I'm at this point in my life where I feel like if I start another relationship or a new relationship, it's just gonna end badly. And why should I have to go through all that drama for what? What am I gonna get in the end?
I don't know.
You know? Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess it
And
depends on
then,
that other person.
right. And then should I put myself out there again to try again? And then what?
Well,
How
I
many how
and
many
I
times do you put yourself out there to keep trying and get disappointed? How
I don't
many
know.
times?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's different for everybody. I mean, I know there are women who flat out say, I need a man, and they're like on a quest. I just, I actually just have talked to this friend online a few times here and there over the years, and she messaged me. She found right before Christmas. She found the man.
Okay.
He's in real estate, and he lives between our state, well, my state, Florida, and New York. I don't know where that is. It's anywhere. And,
Somewhere in
and
between.
he's going to put me in a house and, here and all of this stuff. And then I guess he came to town or he wasn't. I don't know any specifics. It was very vague. I would ask questions and they weren't answered. So I figured she wasn't ready to talk. So I just let it go.
Hmm.
And probably some of my questions were a little too close to home, to the sense of, what if she's right? What if she's asking me something I might already know the answer to? I don't know.
Sure.
So she's like, she messaged me. I met him at International Malls. We both were going Christmas shopping for our kids. And, she was, I'm falling in love and all this. Now, ultimately, I think most women want to find the one to be in love with and be excited with. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That excitement and stuff.
You get
And
the
of course
butterfly
there's,
feeling.
yeah, and of course there's real life situations that have to be dealt with, but it's nice to have someone there that has your back
Yes.
and isn't part of the challenge.
Oh,
And so she was so excited. I said, well, I hope it works out. I wish you the best. Good luck. And he hasn't responded to her in like a week and a half now.
get the heck out of here. Have they
I
met
went for
before?
I don't know how she met him. I'm somewhere online. I don't know if it was a dating app or I have no clue.
And so they met for the first time in person when they were shopping together for Christmas
Yes.
presents.
Mm-hmm.
Well then maybe he
So
ghosted her.
he did. That's what she said. I checked on her one day. I just had this feeling. I'm like, I'm gonna check on her. And
Mhm.
she's like, he ghosted me. He hasn't responded to me in a week and a half now. I felt bad for her because ultimately she was in this horrible abusive relationship, her marriage, and
Mhm.
she just wants to find someone to enjoy life with. Funny story. My I know someone else a real estate guy who doesn't live in Florida, lives in Ohio, but he tells you where he lives. I know his
Yeah.
first and last name, and he does really well in real estate. Here are all my racehorses. Here are my blah blah blah. Here, I'll put you up in a house. Isn't that a funny scenario?
Yeah, that
And
is a
this one
fun.
was a few years ago, and then this guy popped up to her and was kind of telling her the same thing, and that's why I started asking questions because I'm like, this sounds too familiar.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
Who the hell is this guy? Give me his information. I need to do investigation.
I have his name. I do follow him
Yeah.
on Facebook. Um, just to make sure he wasn't a serial killer or anything.
Well, yeah, of course.
And he talks about real estate and the business and the market and what he does and blah blah blah. He's out there in the open, and he encourages people to get into real estate and stuff. But if they're a good looking girl, he's like, we have to be exclusive. I'll put you in a house near home. I'll see you during the holidays and blah, blah, blah. And when I can get down there, but I run this business up here. And these are, like pictures and videos and of him and his horses and the stables and just all this stuff. And I'll even give you a car to drive and all that, but you have to be exclusive. So even though we don't live together and we're in separate states,
Yeah, but
I
is
will
he
take care
exclusive?
of you. I don't know. I never got that information. I'm going to say no, but that's just my gut feeling. And so then a few years later, here's a girl around our age who has some guy a few years younger telling her the same story.
Yeah, that's weird.
But he ghosted her. Now this other guy, he doesn't ghost him. He holds true to his word.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that is funny.
But they're both in real estate, so I was just like, this is just weird to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I don't get it.
But
And then
hey,
and then
Pascal, think about it. Some guy who doesn't live in the state with you, who pays all the bills.
oh my God, whatever. I'll take it.
Right? You don't have to do his laundry. You don't have to cook.
No, but I'm not going to be exclusive. That's
Yeah,
one.
well, you don't have to tell him that. I don't know how
No,
he
I
knows. I don't
don't.
know. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding, people. I seriously am not wired that way, but I just.
No, but seriously, that is weird. That's a weird scenario coming from two different people.
Well, are they two
And
different people?
well, and that's the thing. And
I
that's
mean,
the
she's
thing.
like, he lives between, this guy that I know of that offered the same thing lives in Ohio. And she would not tell me where he lived between Florida and New York.
And she wouldn't tell you where.
No,
I bet you it's the same person.
I was wondering.
I bet
But why would he ghost her?
you. Maybe he didn't like the way she looked or acted when he met her.
Maybe.
Could be. Could be that's what it was. You know, when he met her in person for the first time, maybe he was nice and what have you and everything, but
But what's interesting,
inside, no.
this guy that I know of, he flies the girls to him in Ohio. I mean, he must come here at some point to Florida,
Sure.
or the girl or whoever he's seeing. However it works, I don't know how many he has. I'm not going to be naive and be like, oh, he's being loyal. No, I'm not going to be naive.
No.
I don't know the whole scenario. And if the girls are okay with that, that's who am I to say? But it's not for me. But he flies them there and shows them like his property where he lives and his horses and all that stuff.
Oh, so he's not like and is it his?
Well, it's
Or
his.
is it Oh, it is his.
It is
Okay.
his.
Or is it something he's just showing and saying that
No.
it's his and it's not really his?
He lives there. They're his.
And how many
Yeah.
women has he put up in houses all across the United States?
I have no clue.
Oh my gosh, that's
But he also
crazy. What a
teaches
story.
in real estate, and well, it takes all kinds, and I like live under a rock, so I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really interesting that her story was similar to this, but he always takes and flies the girls out. You want to come out for the weekend? You want to go do this? You want to go do that? You can come out for the weekend. I'll fly you home. He doesn't think twice about it. He doesn't have a problem spending time with any of them. I don't know how many of them at once. I don't have any idea like how many he's seen or taking care of
Sure, sure,
at a
of
time. Is it
course.
one? Is it two? I don't know. Um, and he'll put you up in a nice house and whatnot. And it's an investment property for him, I'm sure, to some degree. And give you a car and stuff. And he doesn't have a problem showing you where he lives and how he lives and stuff. And he flies the girl. I know this because it's a girl local.
Okay. I don't know. That's very strange to me. I don't know
But
if
she
I
wouldn't
would.
give me any information. And when I said, wow, this guy lives in Ohio, it was like, I don't know.
Well,
It
maybe
just,
the light bulb went off in her head then.
maybe,
Yeah. That's
maybe.
probably what happened. The light bulb probably went off and be like, "Oh my God, this is the same guy." Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, that's a great relationship. I love that.
I was joking.
No,
So,
I'm not joking.
my pro- my problem is I don't share.
Yeah. No, I
And
don't share well either,
I
but
do
I
not
mean,
share well at all. So I just, for me, for my own mental health, that would not, I don't care how much money you have. And I've been part of the horse racing scene, been there, done that. I just, I don't
it's not
share.
about the money. I just need somebody to take care of me.
Just give me the house and car.
Just take care of me. I mean, I'm not worried
A
about the
weekly
money. I'm
allowance,
not.
I'm fine.
Yeah, just, be there for me. You think that it was something so simple to ask, but it's the hardest thing to find, whether it's in a woman or whether it's in a man. It's the hardest damn thing to find. Somebody to be loyal,
Someone
somebody to be
sincere,
respectful. Yes,
a sincere
somebody
person.
absolutely sincere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone posted they could be a better partner. He knows
Like
that
the
he can be a
person?
better
Oh, he
he
knows he can be a
he
better.
can be a better partner.
Okay.
Hmm. That's all he said.
That's
That's all
it.
he,
Well,
that's all I got.
yeah.
um, then someone else we went to school with, but wow, I am sorry to see that so many of you had such a negative experience. My first wife had multiple medical disorders and she passed away. Um, in fact, other than her death, the experience was so wonderful that I got married again and now I'm enjoying that one too. Now, he said also in his message was really long that she had some medical disorders. A lot of them could have been prevented. She did not take care of herself.
Okay.
So, um,
Well, I mean, he's a lucky person then that he got a second chance.
he did, and he posted because in high school he always thought he'd be alone because he was not the coolest kid.
Yeah.
And but he's just a nice guy. And
Okay.
back then we're young and I he didn't bother me. I liked nice guys back then, so but for a lot of people our age back then, it was all about reputation. Who is cool?
Oh, yeah, of course.
But they don't realize and look 5 or 10 years ahead who's paying your bills, who's cool
Hmm.
then, or what you're going through. I mean,
Exactly. Or the rumors you start or
yeah, so
Mhm.
it was nice that he got a second chance. He's a nice guy. He deserves a second chance.
Well, yeah, that's
Um,
good. And
yeah,
some people are lucky like that, and I'm happy for him that he was able to find someone else that he can enjoy the rest of his life with,
yeah.
for many years to come. So, but not all of us are lucky, unfortunately.
No, no. Don't trust women, stay single. That's the one I was talking about. That's a
Yeah.
two-way road. I agree, but it's a two-way road.
It is. It is. It
Um,
works both sides.
People show who they really are. Sometimes love can be that blind.
I agree with that one. I agree with that one.
Well, you always look for the best in someone. I always try to look for the best in someone, and I can talk myself out of seeing the bad.
Yeah.
or seeing what I don't agree with, or seeing what I don't like. I can talk myself out of that.
Yeah, I think we all can. I think we
I,
all
I've
can do it. And I've
I've
done
done
it
it.
before.
Oh, I've done it many times, many
Yeah.
times. Did it
Yeah.
again recently. So
Yeah.
just like this too shall pass, and I'm moving on. So yeah, I mean, I can. True story. So it's getting easier and easier, let me tell you. So yeah, so in the beginning, definitely Love is Blind. You're excited, it's exciting, it's new, it's fun.
Yeah, and you get all those bubbles in your stomach. I can't wait to see that person. I can't wait to hang out with that person, and so on. But you have high expectations, and then when those expectations are not met, you are let down, just like
Yeah.
anything else in your life.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I do know.
Mhm.
Never settle for mediocre. Wasted a lot of time and energy that was never reciprocated. If that isn't the truth, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that is
And you
definitely the
hate to
truth.
sound like that, and you hate to sound like you're on your high horse and that you are superior in any way. But if you are with someone that is more outgoing and motivated and adventurous in any which way, shape, or form, and you are not, and you're more mediocre,
Yeah.
it's not going to be good in the end.
Well, no, it's not going to be good at the end. Exactly. You have
Yeah.
to have some things in common when it comes to things like that. Uh, just because you are having a partner, you're supposed to enjoy life together. So, and I'm not saying that he or she doesn't have their own quiet time for themselves or spending time with their own friends. They can do that, but those moments that you're spent together are supposed to be meaningful. And if you're complete opposites and don't match whatsoever, so no, that's not a good match.
It's not even being just um opposites. It's the whole mediocre thing.
Yeah.
If you have all these grand ideas of things you want to try and do in life and accomplish to be successful and move on and reach goals and have experiences, and someone's just sitting there
Yeah.
offering nothing. Yeah, it's no.
Yeah. What are you going to
They're
bring to
looking
the
at,
table?
what are you bringing to the table? They're going to look at you like, what's your problem? I'm fine.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you're like, get off your butt. Yeah.
Yeah, but there
Yeah.
there goes again when you're blind to the situation. Maybe they've been like that the whole entire time. You
Maybe.
just didn't see it.
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
No alkies. We've covered that. We don't do alcoholism. Been there, done that. Didn't have a choice as a child, but I definitely have a choice as an adult, and I will not be
Yes.
participating in any which way, shape, or form.
No.
Alkies or druggies. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Listen to your daddy. So for those girls who were close with their dads, who gave great fatherly advice, she listened to her daddy.
Yes.
Someone wrote, patience is the key to happiness. Well, I don't know.
I don't know about patience.
I don't
I
know.
was patient for such a long time and I ended up getting screwed anyway. So
And I'm losing my patience. So, here we
yeah.
are.
I mean, if they can maybe elaborate on that a little bit, that would be
Yeah,
wonderful.
somehow,
I don't,
some
yeah.
way. I mean, I think patience is a virtue, but I don't think it's the key to happiness.
Yeah, no, I don't
Uh,
think so either because you can be patient from now until the cow comes home and you could still be miserable.
Right? And we're not by any means an expert. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
How to stand up for myself and literally save my own life. It was horrible, but I am stronger for it. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Amazing how strong you can be when you really have to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it comes up on you suddenly, and you don't have that little voice in your head because you don't have time to have that little voice in your head creating that self-doubt and questioning your abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
don't think I've ever experienced anything like that, so I wouldn't be able to comment too much about that, but
it's okay to put your needs first sometimes. Each should be givers and not just takers. That's true.
yes, very
That's
true.
true. But if you're giving and giving and giving and giving,
And
Not
they're
that you're
taking and
giving,
taking and taking.
right? They take most of the time.
Yes.
It eventually causes some bitterness.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then later on you realize what's going on. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing all of this. And that's sometimes that's a fault of mine too as well. Is I like to give because I'm a giver.
Well, yeah, I like to make people happy and do
But I do
things
it
for
too
people.
much.
And when you do it too much and it's not reciprocated, you start to feel a little bit used and abused.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly what it is.
to realize my worth, never settle, never waste time in something that's not worthy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. People don't change. Well, yes and no.
Well, it
I
depends. It
it
depends on when that relationship was built. Like
well,
younger, you're gonna change. Life changes. You grow
so
up.
I don't know what they mean exactly. So yes,
Yeah,
younger, I'm definitely not the same person I was when I was 19.
sure.
Okay. But are they talking about, does the person have some kind of addiction? Is the person a cheater
Right.
and they don't change?
Yeah.
You know, but if you started a relationship when you're really young and 20 years later you're still in the relationship, if you have not changed or they have not changed and grown up, you need to get out.
Yes. Exactly.
You've already wasted way too much time because
Yeah,
everyone
because it's still
changed. You
gonna
grow.
continue. Yeah.
I'm not the same person I was even 10 years ago. So,
Oh no, me neither. I'm
you
not
know,
definitely.
so
I have learned also to like speak my mind more. Like
yeah, I don't know if that's just an age thing, a Lebanese Sicilian
maybe.
thing.
I don't know, maybe. Like, but if there's something that I don't like, I'm more adapt to letting you know. I
Me
don't
too.
like this.
Yeah.
This bothers me. Can we talk about it and have a little more communication on it? And I found that from my experience and the last guy that I was with, he didn't really talk too much. There wasn't too much communication. It was like everything was a secret. But there
Yeah.
was nothing going on. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just and I don't know if he personally doesn't know how to like open up to a person, but I felt like he just wasn't opening up and letting me in.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't obviously force him to open up and let me in because what's the purpose in that?
Well, you can't force anyone to do that.
No, you
They're
can't.
either comfortable and trust and want to have that level of conversation and relationship with you, or they don't. There's a lot to be
Well,
said with hello, how are you today? How is your day?
exactly.
The basics. Just check in once in a while. It's nice. When I don't check in, it's because I feel like I'm bothering you. That's my thing. It's like I should just say hi. They either answer or they don't, but I don't because I'm like, well, am I bothering them? Do they have family over? What's going on?
Yeah.
Just depending on the situation. So
Yeah.
yeah, I generally don't bother people. So I try to stay. And that's.
Well, here's the funny thing is. So the funny thing is he didn't open up to me, but then he opened up to somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, why do you feel comfortable about opening up to that person? Who's a little whore, by the way. Sorry, not sorry, not sorry. Why would you feel like opening up to that person? Okay. But not opening up to me after you've known me, I don't know, a long time?
Yeah, it's I have a
I
long
could not
time
I could not understand that for the life of me, to be honest. I really couldn't.
I have a long time friendship with someone, long time friendship, and we talk here and there, and sometimes it's great, and other times I'm like, why do you even bother?
Well, yeah, exactly.
What, why? Jeez.
Exactly.
Why do you even bother? So, someone wrote, loyalty is important to me, but wasn't important to her. That's someone we both know. That's someone who's been struggling.
Okay.
I think he was engaged to this girl, and I think that's who he's referencing,
Okay.
because he's had a real hard time getting over that relationship. Like they were engaged. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. And
But she wasn't loyal to him.
I guess not.
Yeah. Well, and that's a hard pill to swallow too.
It is. But you can't let her have that final hold on to you, say your
Oh
your
no.
happiness. That's, to me, that would have to be cut, because I can't let you have that upper hand on my happiness. You don't get to have my happiness in your hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm in charge of my
No.
happiness, and
Of
it's not going to
course.
be this crap, you know.
No, of course. Everybody has to be in charge of their own happiness, like you said. But at the same time, I mean, I'm sure he was probably in this, phase of his life where he, like you said, thought he was going to spend the rest of his life with that person, and that person was just not there. And it almost makes me wonder, did they not show them that through the relationship? Was he blind to the fact?
Well, and
We don't know these answers right now. We're just going by whatever
but
comments are being said. But
but I've also known people that were in a great relationship, were happy, they got engaged, and then it changed for one of them
of course,
drastically.
yeah,
So who knows?
right, right.
Or maybe they were
But
engaged and she thought, do I really want to do this the rest of my life? He's cute. You know what I'm saying? This guy over here, so
exactly,
who
exactly.
knows? Who
Yeah, things
knows?
change for some reason when you get a piece of paper, don't they?
Cost
Or
you
when
more
you get
money.
engaged, yeah.
Yeah.
Or when you get engaged, because when you get
Yeah.
engaged, you make a commitment.
Hmm.
Or you're supposed to be making a commitment to
Supposed to
each
be.
other. Yes.
Hmm.
And then, maybe one person is on board, the other person is not on board with it. But, it almost, like I said, asks the question, did they not show these things to you prior to you being engaged to that person?
Well, back to the whole Love is Blind. He was so into her, and every
Right.
post for I don't know how many years he was glowing. So
Right. And then
maybe
like
the
you
red
said,
flags were there and he just didn't
yeah,
see them.
you just didn't see them. Yeah. That's, Love is Blind. Did you ever watch Love is Blind? That's on Netflix, I think.
You know what? Maybe if I watched it and it was something that's been out a long time, who was in that? Was that like Bruce
It's just like
Willis? No,
random. No, no, it's
no.
like random
What
people.
was the one
It's
he
not.
was in?
No, this was real. This is like you meeting
Oh,
somebody on the other side of the wall and you can't see
oh
that person.
no, I don't watch that.
Yeah,
No, no, I don't
yeah,
watch those. Yeah,
yeah. But
Survivor type things.
yeah,
Or
but like you
Bachelor,
said,
Bachelorette. I kissed 10 girls and I'm in love. Oh,
I know.
just
Get
stop.
out of here,
Get
right?
out of here.
Get out of
All
here.
of you, get out of here. You sound
Well, no, and what
ridiculous.
gets me, what gets me is those girls will sit there and cry.
I know. And I've never
Why are
watched the
you
show, but
crying?
I've seen previews where they show the crying. I'm like, really?
Yeah, why are you
Really? How
crying?
much were you paid to cry? I just
Yeah, and that's what it is.
this
That's
is
what it
not real. If you went into this thinking this is real and this is your forever, you
You're an idiot.
yeah, well, you're honest, and I was being trying to be polite.
No, no, I'm honest. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because you knew the whole thing when you signed on that contract. You knew what you were
You
getting
know he
into.
was
So get out of
kissing
here.
20 other people and groping them. Come on.
Right. Then that's why you
I would
should
be
not be
like,
on that
please
show
don't
if
give me a
that's what you
flower.
like.
Please don't give me a flower.
No,
I don't want your flower.
no.
Just keep your rose.
Exactly. Keep your damn rose. Keep the thorn on it too.
Right.
But no, going back to his situation, it's very sad to end something that you were so into, okay? And we've all had heartbreak at one point in time in our life, for sure. But like you stated, you cannot let them take control
No,
of you.
no.
You have to be you.
I mean, if you want
It's
to
it's okay
be
to
upset
grieve.
in private.
Yes.
Don't post it every 2 seconds on Facebook so
Yes.
everyone knows, because she knows. Someone's
Yes.
going to tell her. If you're not friends on
Oh
Facebook
yeah, of
anymore,
course.
they're going to report back.
Of course.
And to me, I would just be shower crying and moving on. You know?
Well, and that's what I would do too. Like I would do
Yeah.
it in private. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
it out in public. And then, it's okay to feel these things. This is all
Yes.
part of life and part of the travel in your life.
Yep.
And you're going to have hardships, and one of them
Yep.
is maybe falling in love with someone and then finding out that they were not who you thought they were.
I mean, not only is it hurtful because you were in love with them and you thought you found the person you spend the rest of your life with, but
Yep.
how many people knew behind your back that are
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be friends that didn't tell you because they didn't want to get involved, which, would be thoughts I would have. Do I
Yes.
tell them? Do I look like a liar? Do I look like I'm stirring the pot? I feel horrible. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole,
Well, and that brings up a whole nother scenario. Like,
yeah. It's like, so
I
then you
mean,
made a fool of me and everyone knew but me.
and everyone knew exactly.
And someone we actually went to school with, that happened to her. So
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with someone, and yeah, it's like my friends knew. And I said, well, I guess they weren't your friends because, oh, honestly,
No.
like if it was you and me and he was screwing around on you, I would be like, Pascal, we've been friends for a long time and I'm losing sleep over it at night. So I have to tell you,
Well, yeah, and I would do the same thing. Like I think you have every right to know,
you know,
you
as
know.
far as female being females and supporting one another and being there for one another, I have to tell my close
Well,
friends.
yeah, and some females, if you're not that close, will take it the wrong way.
Oh, it
But
could get ugly.
it can get ugly. Yes, it can get
Yeah.
very ugly. But no, yeah. Well, and that's another thing, making a fool of somebody.
Hmm.
That really puts somebody's demeanor down,
Yeah.
you know. Of
Yeah.
course, you're not going to want to do anything. You're going to get sick over it. You're going to this, you're going to that, but you know what? You just have to pull yourself together. You got to do what's best for you. You have
Yeah.
to remember that it's you.
Yeah.
You are what matters,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Don't give that person any more than you already gave them,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. You gave them enough already. Don't let them keep taking.
Yep. Yep. And I know it's easier said than done, but you kind of have
Of
to develop
course.
that mindset and
And
use
that's the
that
key.
that hurt and that anger to do so.
And that's the key. That's
Yeah.
the key. That's what's going to help you move on. Is
Yeah.
you have to put it in your mind and you know, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get up, go do whatever it is that makes you happy and keep on moving.
Keep on
One
moving.
day, one day you will find the person you're looking for, and maybe it's not in your cards to find it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you were meant to be, alone. I don't know.
I don't know, but like I said, I know some women who are just, they are legitimately on a quest. I know another one. She's older than me and there was a hurricane coming
Yeah.
and I don't remember what hurricane it was. It was like 6 years ago. So I don't know. And it was coming. That's the only time I've lost power here. And, she was like having a breakdown and I was only working part-time at a boutique. I'm like, what is the matter? Well, I don't have a man. I got to get the furniture into the pool. I'm like, do you need me to come over and put the furniture in the pool? I can do that for you.
Right?
I mean,
It's like,
you just shove it in. You don't have to pick it up. Just shove it in. That's what
well,
I
it's
do.
almost like they sound like they're hopeless.
Well, yeah, don't be hopeless because that's unattractive.
No, they're very unattractive.
Well, to some, I guess,
To
but I
some,
don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, and I can't do that. No, you can. You're very capable. You
That's
run your
like,
own business. You can do this.
no, you
You
can't.
know.
Apparently, you
Yeah.
need a man to throw things in the pools.
I guess. I do it myself, but whatever. Umbrella and
Well,
all. I'm just like, in you go.
I have some people that I know that are the same exact way, and if they don't have a relationship or they don't have a man, it's like they don't feel whole. They don't feel completed. And why would you want to feel that way? To me, I don't understand it.
If you're not feeling whole or completed, you need to look in the mirror.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't think a man can
It
fill
doesn't
that
come.
void that you're missing.
It does. Shut up. It is like 1:24 a.m. We're okay.
Yes.
Anyways, no, you need to look in the mirror. No one makes you happy but yourself. The happiness comes from within. So you got to figure out what is missing in your life, and it's not a man, nor should it be a woman for a man or
Yeah,
whoever.
exactly.
It's nice. It's a bonus, but it's not.
Right. It's not your whole world.
No.
Your whole world should be focused on you.
To not invest more into a relationship than the other. It has to all balance. Well,
Yes.
yes, it's all about
Yep.
give and take, and everyone has to give and everyone has to take. It's just life. It's how it goes.
Yep.
I like this one. Danny and I say this all the time. Not my monkey, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my
Exactly.
circus.
Exactly.
At some point, you just start doing this and be like, yeah, I'm out. I tap
Yeah.
out. I'm tapping out.
Well, yeah, because you get sick and tired of it. You
It's
get sick
old.
and tired of it. It gets
It's
old.
old.
Yeah, it gets old. And why do I have to keep arguing with you about the same damn thing over and over again? Did
Correct.
you not learn anything? Did you not are you not a grown up? I don't know. Do you
That's
want
a
me to
different.
spoon feed it to you? Do you want to
There's.
bib? You want to sit down next to me and I'll feed it to you? Like, I don't get
Oh
it.
my.
I don't freaking get it.
I don't either. I don't know. I don't know. Once a cheater, emotionally or as a real couple, always a cheater. So whether they're there for you emotionally, physically, whatever, they cheat you in those ways, they're saying always a cheater. So not just sexual, but
Yeah.
emotionally. Well, that comes to a person's personality and stuff. You can't change anybody.
You can't change anybody. And that's funny because I was just having the same conversation with somebody else about a cheater. So this guy was married. Okay. He cheated on his wife with his current wife.
Oh Lord.
And now he's cheating. She has suspicions that he's cheating again. So if he met you and he was cheating on her with
Correct.
you and you knew about it, did you not think he was going to do the same thing to you?
Well, and that's interesting because I have known people that have cheated on their significant other. So I know a girl who cheated on her husband more than once,
Hmm.
and he was, I hate to say it, mediocre. He had a
Okay.
very boring job that was never going to make any money and get them ahead in life. And she ran into or met up online back in the MySpace days
Hmm.
with her first true love and boyfriend. And, then she started taking all these girl trips on weekends, and we'd be gone all weekend while she was with him. And her one good friend would vouch for her. And she ended up divorcing the mediocre guy
Yeah.
who didn't bring anything to the table. And when I first met him in high school and he answered the door, he was really scary looking. So I get it. We all have mutual friends. So
Yes.
I met him way back when. But anyways, and the guy that she went back to, that she was totally head over heels for in love, is who she's with to this day.
Oh,
And
see?
she every year posts it's the best thing she ever did.
Yeah.
Because not only does he work at a decent job, makes a decent living, they have a side business and together that they do. And they do really well with it. So they make good extra money. And
Oh,
she
very
makes good
good.
money. She makes decent money in her job that she's
Yeah.
been, her career. And so together they work together really well. Where
Right.
she didn't have that and she needed that and she wanted that. I mean, who doesn't want that?
So it was probably meant to be from the beginning. They just didn't know it at the time.
Maybe. So she loves him completely. She has not cheated. She said it was hard getting out of that marriage. She's the one who said that he just wouldn't let her leave. She had tried leaving before, so she had tried leaving. Um, and in her mind, the cheating was going to eventually scar him enough that he'd want to be done with her. but
Right.
it didn't work the way she thought it would. Right or wrong, I don't know what was going on behind closed doors that she wasn't allowed to just leave.
Right.
I have no idea. I don't know what that means. I don't know specifics. Who am I to say? I don't know, you
Well, I
know.
mean, he probably would give her some sob story and draw her back in, or then he would make her feel guilty, probably, and then she would feel guilty and be like, "Okay, I'm not gonna leave. I'll stay." Like it's just a scenario we're creating. I'm not
Yeah.
like I don't know
No
the whole
clue. Yeah.
no,
I have no
but
clue.
I'm
I mean,
just
I knew she
assuming that.
cheated, and then I found out afterwards that she actually cheated 2 other times before trying to get out of her marriage. And I was like, she doesn't have any immediate family here. So she didn't
Right.
have, like, she'd had to leave the state, and her
Yeah.
career's here. She's licensed here, So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But she is happy as can be and has been for over 10 years now.
Oh, that's great.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're doing something wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm content right now where I am, to be honest.
um,
I don't need a headache.
no, don't allow someone to belittle and talk down to you. Choose someone who treats you with respect and kindness. He called me an airhead, and I started to believe it. It took a while for me to undo the damage.
Well, yeah, because after a while, when somebody keeps telling you the same thing over and over again, you're gonna believe it. You're gonna think in your head, "Oh, well, maybe he's right," or "Oh, maybe she's right."
Mm-hmm.
You
Like
know?
it makes that little voice talk in your head.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
really does.
And then someone posted, you can have the same values, vision for life, and lifestyles, but the timing ain't right. It ain't right.
No, that's correct. I agree with that.
You know.
Yeah.
If you get made fun of by someone you are a friend with and it hurts, then your boundaries failed. Complain if someone did something wrong instead of keeping your emotions to yourself.
Right. Speak up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to speak up. You got to stand your ground. It can be little things, it can be big things, whatever. If
Yeah.
it's something you want to do, then do it.
Yeah.
Be with someone who appreciates you.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
Yeah. Don't settle. We've been through that one.
Mhm.
Don't get invested or let someone get invested in me enough to make a relationship work long term.
Right. Without something finalizing the
Hmm.
relationship. Yeah, that's true because people can hang on. People can hang on for years and years and years and just not do anything about it. Now, some people are content with that because maybe they had that communication and they're like, okay, we're together. We're not going to get married, but we're together. And maybe they have kids together and maybe they have whatever together. But then there's other people that take advantage of that.
Hmm.
They say, oh, she's going to still be here or he's still going to be here. So I can do and say whatever I want, but that person will always come back or that person will always stay there,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
True.
know? Yeah.
True. Someone posted love is a lie. That's kind of sad.
It is kind of sad. I mean, I don't think love is a lie. I think there's all different kinds of love.
I definitely
Um,
think it's difficult nowadays.
it is very difficult nowadays. It is
You
very
know.
difficult. Finding love is very difficult nowadays. When you do find it, it's like that you're constantly second guessing it. And unfortunately, that is so sad for somebody, for me to say, because I just, you know, if I was to find somebody, it's like, I don't know, I would just be so blah about it, to be honest, right now,
Well, you
because
get
just
to a
of
point
everything
where
I got
you
through.
don't know what to trust.
And that's the
And
thing.
it's unfortunate that you carry over some of that from past experiences, but it's kind of protecting yourself too.
And it is. And so, this is why the relationship hurt me. My last relationship is because Um, I was guarded in the beginning. Okay. I had my walls up. I didn't give myself completely. I did it in steps. And I also, how do I say it? I followed his, um, I don't know, it's a hard one. I followed his, okay, like if he
His
presented,
lead.
I followed his lead, yeah. So if he presented me with something and he was the one to first do it, I just kind of like, okay, he's into me,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
no, maybe I shouldn't do that, or whatever. And then I would just follow his lead so that I kind of protected myself. And then when I was more comfortable, I let those walls down. And when I did, that's when I got hurt.
And it's unfortunate that if you let the walls down because you think you've gotten to a point where you're comfortable and you can trust them enough
Exactly.
to do so. Yeah.
Right. And we're older. We
Yeah,
were
we're
older.
not.
He has
Yeah.
he had kids. I have a kid.
Yeah.
Like, we're not teenagers.
No.
We're not in our early 20s. Like, we're older. And I thinking to myself, okay, he's not going to do this to me. Because he has a good head on his shoulders or something like that. But, to get disappointed, it's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
Yeah,
It is. You start questioning yourself as a person.
you do.
We women do. I don't know about men because I'm not a man and I don't live inside a man's head. So, but we women question ourselves. What could we done better? Should have done better? Why do we have to do everything better? It's
And and that's the thing is why should I have to question myself when I know that I'm giving my best and my all to someone?
yeah.
And maybe, like, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have my own faults,
No
and
one's
I'm sure
perfect. Yeah.
no, and I'm sure I do things that get on people's nerves,
I
and
know I
that's
do.
fine. Yeah. But at least tell me, talk about it. Say, "Hey, I don't like it when you do this. Maybe we can work on it."
So the problem with that is certain people from experience is if you say, hey, blah, 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 well, you do too.
Oh, well, because they take it as an attack. Yeah.
Like you can't have an adult conversation or
No, you
try
can't.
to talk and work it out. Just it's better for both. It's
Right.
automatically, I think you're a gaslighting narcissist. I think you are too.
Right. Right.
Oh, we're playing this game today. Okay. Gonna tap out.
Or I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I mean it's either or. So
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So you better tap out.
I usually just if it's involves me, I usually just step back because it's just at some point, it's banging your head on the wall.
Well, yeah, because it's worthless. What are you gonna
Yeah.
do? Just keep
You
repeating.
go in with an intention to try and fix something or make it better, and no matter how you say it, it's not right.
Yes. No,
So
it's
then it's
not.
just easier to shut up.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
It
I
entirely is.
I had
Yeah.
it one time in my relationship where, like, he was telling me, like, well, you're asking me too many questions.
Oh.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Why am I asking you too many questions? I said,
Was that too many too?
excuse me, right? I said, I'm just having a normal conversation with you. Like, I'm trying to talk to you as a human being.
So, word to the men out there, we are inquiring creatures. And if it
Yes.
makes you uncomfortable, there's a reason. And
Right.
it's not because we're asking the questions, it's because the honest answer we may not like, which
Exactly.
may lead to other things. So,
Exactly.
if something doesn't sit right with me, I'm going to ask and try to understand the situation. Am I crazy or did I misunderstand or what piece of the puzzle am I missing?
Right.
But, it's not because we're asking too many questions.
No.
We're just, you don't want to answer.
Well, and that's what happens when he tells me, "Oh, you're asking too many questions." And then I'm like, "I'm just having a normal conversation." And he goes into it. And then after a while, I just shut down and be quiet.
Well, that's happens to me. I start off with a question, and then 30 minutes later, it has made so many loops that I forget what the original question was. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on now. At this point, I'm done. I'm just like,
Yeah, exactly.
I legitimately have said it was yes or no. Like, I don't even know what this is about over here. I don't know what's
Right.
happening, you know. But now I don't even remember what I asked. You know,
Right. And it's just because they try to talk you out of it. They try to talk you out of your thinking, and then you get lost.
yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, I don't even know where I am
Because
right
when
now.
you start to take it to a different path, then that creates other questions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
And why are you diverting?
why are you
Like,
diverting? Yep, my dear, I know all about it. That communication and telling the other person what bothers you is needed. Talk is important. Well, that is important in all relationships, whether it's yours and mine as friends, long-term
sure.
friends,
Yep.
or more, if whatever relationship you're in, or I may be in, whatever, it's
Absolutely.
communication at work, our jobs, it's all important
Yes.
to
All
be able to
across the board.
communicate across the board. My problem is sometimes I just say what it is as it is, and it may not always come out right.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a little bit harsh too when I'm saying
Yes,
something, and I don't mean it that way.
I
It
don't
just
mean it
comes
that
out
way.
that
It
way.
just comes out that way, and it's just
Mm.
sometimes lack of better words, and it's just like, this is really what I'm looking for. This is point blank.
Right.
So if
Yeah.
I'm point blank, then I feel like I should get a point blank answer, and
Right.
there's no run around.
Yes.
I don't want to jog the circle for 30 minutes.
Oh,
No,
sure.
I'm sure. I'm really, really sure.
Yeah.
Don't put up with nonsense out of love. Feelings fade eventually, and you wish you never wasted time. Well, I don't know that feelings fade eventually. I think that if the feelings are neglected, they fade.
Yes.
But if everyone's working all the time, I don't think they fade.
I think they just need to be resparked.
Well, there is resparking too,
Yeah.
but I know couples that they just support each other in everything, and they're great couples.
Yeah,
And
I don't know anybody like that, but
I
I could
know a few.
believe that.
I know a few.
Yeah.
I do know a few.
Yeah.
And they tell you it's work. But you know, they've never doubted being with each other. I mean, one of them's been married a long time.
Yeah.
Has it always been, blissful? No, no. Life is not blissful. I don't
No.
know. So,
Not for everybody.
no, not for most, and definitely not for me. Don't move away from the place you love to be with the person you love.
Don't move away. Say it
So,
again.
don't move away from a place you love to be with a person you love. So you love this guy, and this guy's like, I'm moving to Georgia, and you don't want to go to Georgia. Don't go to Georgia.
Right.
Because
but you
now,
do it anyway, and then you regret it.
and then you regret it. Well, a case in point, I know someone who, I want to get out of Florida. I want to get out of Florida. Convinced her new husband to get out of Florida. Now she's like, I miss Florida.
Yeah.
And then she makes these semi-vague postings like things aren't good in her relationship where she's at, where she moved to, which I think is Tennessee. Like, I don't know if it's attention seeking or what it is. But when you move away from family and what you've known your whole life, it's a shock to the system. And then if you move away to be with someone and they're in a different environment too, it changes the dynamics of the relationship usually, I would think.
Well, of course, because then like you don't know anybody in that other area that you're moving to. So then you're going to solely depend on that person that you're with, and then that person might get smothered from you, and then they're going to think that, okay, well, this relationship isn't worth it for me anymore. So then they're going to either end up telling you that and then moving on, or just completely hurting your feelings.
Yeah.
All the way around. But
it's one thing if you like both have the same goal before you got married or whatever.
Exactly.
I'd like to live someplace different.
Exactly.
Someplace with seasons, something. I don't know.
Correct.
How you make those decisions, or I'm going to take a job here. How do you feel about that? That type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it just depends. But it doesn't always work out so blissful for everyone. And so when she posts something vague and people make comments, she never responds. So it's like, what are you doing?
No,
So
she's
to
just maybe
me,
trying
if
to
you're
get it.
posting something on Facebook, either spill the beans or keep it off Facebook.
Yeah.
Don't, you know. Oh goodness,
Well, and then
yeah.
don't not respond to it. Like,
Yeah.
you're the one that put it out there to begin with.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen?
Right. Well, that's
I
why
don't know.
I hate to belittle anyone's feelings or anything, but it's like, are you truly, what are you doing? What do you think you're accomplishing by posting this? What's your goal?
Right, exactly.
You're either looking for attention and then you're like, well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. What are you doing?
Right. It's a
It's
secret.
it's very
It's a
vague.
surprise cupcake.
Yeah. Hey. Leaving my cuppy
No.
cakeys out of it. Oh,
Yeah.
you
I
just
haven't had one of your
disappeared.
cupcakes, but I'm sure I
No,
love your cupcakes.
you would love my cupcakes.
I'm sure.
My everyone calls him the work husband. We have a work husband at work. It used to be when all the girls were downstairs at the check-in desk before they moved them back up to the floors. We were his harem, and he would tell us what color we're wearing on that day. And then every day,
Oh, get
on
out.
Fridays, we can dress down, so everyone come in shades of purple or shades of yellow or red
Oh,
or
that's funny.
whatever. So it's like we're so and so's harem and stuff. So he was training someone at the desk, and I was kind of chatting with her and stuff. And he, what are you doing for Christmas? Blah blah blah. Are you cooking a meal? Do you cook meals when you go home? I said, no, I cook meals when I go home most days. Do you do meal prep? I'm like, I'm really not into meal prep. We cook daily. We cook daily. So he's like, you're definitely marriage material.
He picked you out of his harem.
I picked him out of the harem. Been picked out of the harem. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was. I've known him a long time.
Yeah.
I've known him a long time, like 13, 14 years. I've known him a long time. So he's just funny. He's a jokester. But
Yeah.
so when I walk in with a container of baked goods, he's like, I'm
Oh,
like,
he's waiting
not
on you.
for you. And he's like, then
Yeah.
I get to my desk and I already have an email. What do you mean not for me?
Yeah.
I'm not invited to the party. I'm like, just give me a minute to get here.
I didn't even walk in yet. Calm down.
Oh yeah, on that keyboard quickly.
Yes. Yeah. He
Yeah.
smells it.
Oh well, I'm like, get your wife to bake for you. He's not married, but that's kind of the joke. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
good. So it's funny, but yeah. So you would love my cupcakes.
I'm sure I will.
Everyone loves my cupcakes.
I know. You have to take a picture of them. Send it
The
to
word
me.
on
I
the
haven't
street.
seen 'em.
No, you haven't seen them.
I haven't seen them.
They're very basic looking.
Send
It's
me-
when you bite into them that it's not.
Well, bite into it and send me a picture.
I mean, biting into it, or
Yes.
what I'll do is I'll line everyone up biting into it and then flipping it over.
That's exactly what I want you to send me. Yes, that picture. Bite into it, flip it over, let me see the inside.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That is,
All right, back to relationships.
Back to relationships. The never ending. Well, that's an ongoing topic, as there's a lot to talk about in relationships. I also posted for fun because we're getting ready to go into 2024. What is your word for 2024?
I told you, I don't give a fuck. That's my word. And I'm sticking to it.
You're sticking to it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's funny. Someone wrote, I'm choosing to explore. I want to experience and see more things. And other people posted, I haven't landed on one yet. And then someone said, be careful. That was my word in 22. I started the year single, not even dated, and ended the year married.
Oh, wow.
So she was exploring.
That was quick.
Yes. No fear, prayer, and Phoenix.
Oh, somebody's moving to Phoenix.
Well, I don't know. They just said Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they're moving to Phoenix or
Or they want to fly like a phoenix? I don't
Fly
know.
like a phoenix? I'm confused.
Yeah.
I need specifics when I ask a
Well, maybe they
question.
have a goal that they're trying to meet for 2024, and maybe that goal is to go to Phoenix. So,
Maybe I would like more details.
yes, please elaborate.
You know, I am a curious. Matter of fact, let me respond. Please elaborate.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
What about you? What's your word?
mhm, my word, change. Lots of change.
That's a good word.
Change.
Yes, change is good.
Yeah. There, please elaborate. We'll see what we get.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, change. I have some things going on at work, and so some things I need to look into. Well, I know what I'm doing. I just need to start the process. I need to finish my paperwork for dual citizenship to Italy, and I need to get my passport. My first thing on my list was to get my passport in January.
Very good.
So I'll be making an appointment to do that here in the next few weeks. And then I'm going from there. I have to look some things up online regarding my dual citizenship and start submitting paperwork and I believe set an appointment.
Okay,
Um,
good.
so lots of change
Lots of exciting things gonna happen for you this year
for
coming
me
up.
personally.
Yes.
Yes, I even have a list written out
Oh,
and
good.
I'm going to
Cross them off one by one.
cross them off one by one.
Very
Hmm.
good. I love
Absolutely.
that idea.
So it's easier for me to see it in writing. It's a sense of accomplishment to draw that line through it,
Absolutely. I
and it
agree.
keeps me focused and on course. I
Yes,
let too many other life situations get in the way of me,
sure.
and it's old.
Yes,
And again, no one worries about what I want, what my goals are, what my dreams are.
right.
So I'm just
No
gonna
one
do it.
asks.
No one asks. No one asks.
Yeah, do
Nothing's
it.
nothing's reciprocated. So
Yeah.
I've made my own list and yeah, I'm gonna start just knocking even and they're small and they may be small to some, but they're kind of bigger things to me
I
for
was
what
just gonna
I've
say that. Yeah.
put on hold for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Yep.
good. I hope you accomplish all of that then.
Stay tuned, my dear.
I am. I'm excited. Excited for you.
But besides the whole I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
you know, motto. What are you going to do for yourself that's different than the last years that you haven't been doing for yourself in the past years? You know, are you going to assign yourself to give something even little? I don't know. You were talking about getting facials a few weeks ago. Did you sign yourself up for one in the new year?
I have not, but I think
Okay.
I'm going to. And
Think
I
you
think
need to do that.
yeah, my word is time.
Make
So,
time for yourself.
correct. Make time for myself. No
Hmm.
matter what it is, even if I take an hour or whatever in the
Hmm.
day and during the day, I'm going to do it and make time for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and, do things that I want to do.
You
And
need
not
to.
not keep putting them on the back burner because I'm so busy with everything else.
Well, and here's the thing, work is work.
Yes.
You have to work
Yes.
unless you hit the
But not
lottery
kill
or
myself.
get one of those sugar daddies that will buy you a house, give you a car, and you don't have to live in the same state. So if you're okay with that, you can do that too. Um,
Yes. If anybody's listening from United Arab Emirates or
Go big or go
I don't
home.
want anybody from Saudi Arabia. Nothing against Saudi Arabia, but I prefer not to. So,
You
no,
know,
I'm just kidding.
are you?
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, it's if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of you? Only
Exactly.
you can take care of yourself. You
Yes.
only get one time around
To do it.
to do it. So
Yeah.
while it's great to plan time with the grandbabies, because now I have two as well, so I can totally relate.
Yes.
I'm also getting a little more stingy with appointments and times I've made for myself. I am not canceling and changing appointments like I used to in the past for others to accommodate everyone else's needs,
Exactly.
because no one does it for me.
Right. Right. Yeah. That and that's
Nor would
that.
I ask them to.
No, no. But they should have a little bit of consideration to ask you. But yeah, I think time is a big issue for me. So my word of the year would probably be that. And I'm gonna make it a habit every month. I'm gonna go get a massage and rest my body so that I can be a better me.
There you go. You definitely need to rest.
Yeah.
It's everyone needs a day of rest. So you either, I don't know if you can, always wonder about you. So like in a good way, in a good way,
I
in a
was
good
gonna
way.
say,
No,
you
no,
wonder.
no, in a good way. Like, why don't you have a closer that you can go home
Yeah.
to your apartment and be by yourself and have an evening or 2 evenings a week that are less busy at the restaurant, that you can go home and trust someone to close that place down at night, and you can just go home and watch a movie, have a
And not
drink,
have to worry about it.
pick up a
Yeah.
meal on the way home, take a bubble bath, and
Yeah.
just not worry about it, trusting that they could do that. Because my friend who runs, you know, a restaurant here on the beach,
Uh-huh.
that's really popular. He has 2 days a week that he cooks. He likes to cook. He's a chef. And
Sure.
he makes sure that 2 days a week he's on that line cooking.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time he's babysitting. But he has Sundays and Mondays off. He's got
See?
it to where he has Sundays and Mondays off. And it's been that way for him for a long time. And then he leaves. He comes in the morning, gets up early, he goes to the docks for the fresh fish from the local fishermen and stuff. And he does all that every day.
Yeah.
But he
I
makes
mean,
sure he
that's
gets
my
time to
goal.
cook, and then he gets time to himself and family.
And
So,
that's my goal this year to do that.
I mean, even if you got one person to step up one day a week, a slow day.
Yeah, and that's the problem is I'm having a difficult time finding people who actually want to work and put in that time. And I don't mind paying, and that's the thing is that I don't really mind paying at all.
Well, no,
But
it's beneficial.
it is beneficial, definitely. I mean, there's been a couple of times where I can say that I can step out when one of my girls that I know that I can trust, she's in here. And I can take a little bit of time away from here.
I mean, but
Uh, but I can't take a day right now. It's very difficult. But eventually, that is my goal. That is what I want to accomplish.
so out of your trustworthy people, and I don't know how many you have, can you sit them down and just say, hey, right now I'm looking for one night a week. Like, I'll come in the morning and I'll do my normal morning routine, but I want to be out of here between 4 and 5. Who can be here for me between 4 and 5 and handle the rest and let me go and just have that little evening time to myself?
Like have that 1 hour period to myself, for
No, go
example.
home for the night and be done.
Oh, go home for the night and be
Go
done.
home. That means not going and taking care of the grandbabies.
Right,
That
right.
means just that, because you do that on Mondays generally, don't
I
you?
do, yes.
Okay, so I know you need that time with them,
Yeah.
but your health.
Well, right
If
now
you're
I
sick,
exactly. If I'm sick, I don't know what's gonna happen, to be
well,
honest.
and you can't be around the babies even if you
No.
just have any kind of a sniffle, but I'm just talking exhausted.
Yeah, well, right now I can't do that because I'm very limited with the some of the people who can actually make the food and create the food. That's my problem. Um, but eventually, I'm hoping to meet that goal. That's going to be something. I actually, that's funny that you mentioned that. I was just talking to someone about that today. I was like, I'm gonna try my hardest this year coming up to try to find somebody that I can trust to give a key to. They can come and open, and then they can stay and they can close. And maybe I'll pop in for, I don't know, half an hour or so, and then leave the rest of the day.
I mean, even if you did a half day or 3/4 of a day, but you took some time for yourself, so it's just not all the time, because it's not healthy. And
No, of course not.
if you did not get the memo, we are not getting younger.
Aren't we?
No,
Aren't we?
I checked. It doesn't work that way. I did check.
Okay. We're not Benjamin Button.
No, we are not. Which I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that too. But
yeah,
no,
I mean,
sometimes listen, I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes I sit here and I think about it and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do to myself? I just put myself on lockdown. Like that's not where I saw myself at this time,
no.
you know? But then there are these days where I'm in here and I'm talking to the customers and everything is wonderful. Like today. Today was a great day. You know, I talk to the customers, they make me happy, they push me to be better and
But Pascal,
reach certain goals.
you
Okay?
give 150% all the time.
I do. And
So while they make you feel better in that moment,
yeah,
it's your long-term health.
it is, and I agree with you 100%. And that's why I was saying, you know, I was talking to that person where I can actually have somebody to come in and do that. And you know, I'm crossing my fingers that I find that person to do that. But every once in a while I will leave here and I will leave for a little bit just to kind of get out of
The
here.
building.
Yeah, get out of the building and be outside somewhere. Even if it's just shopping or whatever, you know. Sometimes, believe it or not, like when I had my sister-in-law would come in and stuff, I would just go outside to the car and sit down.
Well,
Quiet.
it's peaceful.
Yeah, to sit down quietly without any noise, without anything. So, you know, I find those little moments here and there to do that for myself, but I
But you
think
need to
they
truly
need
decompress for a few
absolute.
hours.
I agree. Absolutely.
You know, the whole point of the little apartment was your space without caring for someone's kids,
Yeah.
cleaning up, doing their dishes, or any of that. It's taking care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I will reach it. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's on my list of things to do.
I do worry.
I know. And I appreciate it. I really do.
Well, she's like, I'm so glad you're in Florida and worrying from a distance to listen to your crap.
No. I'm gonna go. I'm coming to Florida. That's still on my goal list to do
I'll be
too.
the nagging wife from a distance.
Yes. And I like it though.
From a distance or?
Well, from a distance.
Yeah, when you coming back?
Yeah. Soon.
Soon?
Soonish.
Should we apartment look? What are we doing?
Soonish.
What are we doing?
Yes. But I don't know if I want to continue to do what I'm doing. Maybe I just want to work from home.
You keep saying that, and I really wonder what's
going
on that you keep saying that. Like, what's in your mind, your brain? What's that little voice telling you?
Oh my God. My little voice in my head tells me to get the hell out of here and go down to Florida because Florida makes me happy. That's what truly my voice is telling me.
Then I think that's what your goal needs to be.
It is. That's my goal. My friend came in tonight and we were sitting and having a conversation and they brought up about Florida. And I said, you know, I was my happiest when I was there this past summer. I was at my happiest, to be honest. So that's where I want to be. I want to be at my happiest. And I think I deserve it at this point in time. So.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you've done your time.
Yeah.
For everyone else.
Well, and that's the thing is that there's a life cycle, you know, that you go through.
Mm-hmm.
And each person hits a certain part of that circle at a certain time in their life and where they need to be. And right now, I've hit all the dots on the circle except the one for myself.
Yeah. And I think a lot of females, and again, sorry, men, but a lot of females, when we have children and all that, we're committing to other things, and
Yes.
it's different for the man. There's certain things, there are advantages to being men, there's advantages to being women, and
Yes,
it's just different.
it is.
I know, like, I gave up all my hobbies
Yeah,
and what I grew up doing to take care of everyone else. Not everyone gave up all their hobbies to take care of children.
right.
So, I regret doing that.
Yeah, and a lot of things get put on the back burner, you know?
You want to know what I got for Christmas?
What? What did
Don't
you
laugh
get?
at me.
What?
I,
You're gonna show me.
I'm going to show you without trying to break anything.
Okay. Ooh, I like it.
I got a fishing pole.
Yeah.
I haven't fished in
Who
20
got you
years.
that? You did?
Jim,
Uh-huh.
because I said I made some kind of comment today about I miss my old life,
Yeah.
and I had I used to fish offshore, and I was grouper fishing, so the rod and reel was much bigger than that. So
Yeah.
had my own rod and reel, and it was mine, and I bait it and drop it and reel them in. Had to get a little help getting them off because when you're 13 and the fish feels like it's taking you overboard
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah, definitely.
Grouper head for the rocks, so
Yes.
But those were my best moments, and I miss all of that. So on my jet ski, I have a cooler that locks in that I actually bought fishing rod holders for that attach to the cooler,
That's
so I can
awesome.
take it fishing. Now I can't take it. I don't
Yeah.
think I can go 50 miles unless I add an extra gas can, which I can do.
No.
That is a feature,
Yeah.
but they're not cheap to add those. So, but yeah, so I got a fishing pole because I said I miss my old life and I want to go fishing.
Okay.
When I go with Danny, I use theirs. I have my own now.
That's
And,
good.
I've been with Danny only twice in the last few years, but I have not
Yeah.
been offshore fishing
In a
in
long time.
over 20 years. And
Wow.
I miss it out there where nobody is.
Yes.
Well, except for the people on the boat with you,
I
whoever
don't
you
think I've
took.
ever, right. I've never done offshore fishing, but
Oh
I
my
used to go, I
gosh.
remember when I was in Florida, I used to go fishing off of the bay over there near where my aunt lived in Bel Air.
Yeah.
So I used to park my car in her driveway and I used to walk down and fish over there.
Yeah.
And
See,
I
and
haven't done that since then.
yeah, I mean, I only know offshore
So,
fishing. I had never fished in the intercoastal till I went with Danny
yeah.
and her husband because there's no grouper hiding in the intercoastal that I'm aware of.
Right.
So we grew up out looking for grouper and snapper and all that stuff, and that's what we were fishing for. So
Sure.
that's offshore. There were days we were 50 miles offshore. It was a
Wow.
whole day deal. Yeah, it's nothing like it, man. Nothing like
No,
it.
it's so relaxing.
It is. And, sometimes you just jump in the water and swim a lap and get back in the boat and, you
Yeah.
know, hope Jaws doesn't eat you. It's fine. It's all good. I'm just kidding.
Hope Jaws doesn't eat you.
That stuff actually never bothered me.
Yeah, no, that would bother me.
No, you
I'm
don't,
a chicken. I'm such a
don't,
chicken. I swear
don't
to God,
look
I'm a
for
chicken.
them. It's
Well,
fine.
I'm not trying to look for them, but they might see this piece of meat and they're like, oh, she
They
looks tasty.
really don't want anything to do with you. They do
I
not
know.
want anything to
I've
do
heard
with you.
that.
Yeah,
I just
they
like, I think I panic quickly. So,
nah, it's all good.
yeah, I should calm the hell down. That's what I
I
should do.
tried to chase a shark once. He had a hook with some
Yeah?
line on the in. I was down in it was one of my last dives in Lue Key, and I had a camera. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, first I'd like to take a picture, and second, you got a hook, and I hate that. It was they just cut the line, and the poor shark's now's got this hook and
Right.
fishing line forever or however long, and yeah, well, he was
Did
not.
you take it out?
He was uncooperative and he would not come here.
Ah,
And he
okay,
swims
well,
way faster than me.
I'm sure,
Yeah,
yes.
he's got those gills and whatnot. And I got a tank and weights.
Yeah, well, I think,
Not,
yeah, gills
yeah,
have their advantage,
they
so.
do, they do.
Yeah.
Fins and stuff too. Yeah,
Yes, they do. Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
but if it had been different and I could have, I would have.
Yeah,
But yeah, and they're just reef sharks. They're nothing special.
yeah, yeah.
Harmless.
Well,
They're like,
that's
yeah,
good,
get away from the crazy lady with the camera. She,
right?
what the heck does she have? What is that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but
Well,
yeah.
go for it. Yeah, get on that jet ski. Go fishing.
Well, it's a little chilly
Go have
out,
a good time.
so
Not
I won't
now,
be doing
later.
that right now, but now I'm
Yeah,
anxious to do it. So,
yeah, definitely.
you
Do it.
know, and I'm
Yep.
gonna grab Danny and she can get a rod and a reel and
There you go.
we'll
You guys
figure
can do it
something out.
together. Yep.
I have an
Yep.
iPhone and I have navigation apps for Sea-Doos on them. So,
Oh, perfect. There you go.
I mean, I know my way around, but like if I wanted to go out a ways,
Well, you have that option, so
I
that's
mean,
good.
at a certain point you don't see land, but
Right. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
do it. Do it.
so
You're pretty good out
yeah,
there.
sometimes
Yeah. Yeah.
it's where I belong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's where your heart is.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
It
feel
is.
you. I feel you. I feel you.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
Well, you get down here, guess where you're going?
I know. I'll be down for that though. I would love
Yeah.
to. I miss fishing. Fishing always um relaxed me. So,
I miss fishing. I don't have any hooks. I don't have any, and I've never set up a rod like this. And it's
yeah.
blue because that's my favorite color. I have to have
Yes.
blue.
Yes.
I was very specific about certain things. So, anyways, yeah. So, shocker. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's exciting.
you know,
Very exciting.
you know. So I miss my old life, and that is the change is doing some of the things that I miss doing.
Doing, yes. That's a great
Yeah.
thing to do.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Now you
Yay.
know. Something to look forward to
Exciting.
when you get your tuchus back down here.
Well, what I got for Christmas was I bought myself um a suction thing.
Pardon me?
A cupping. Cupping.
Oh, you're gonna do the cupping
I did.
on yourself.
I did.
I pay someone for that when I go.
I
Oh,
know. But I do it on myself.
how do
So
you get them back there? How do you?
um so obviously back there, I mean, I would have to have somebody to do it. But if I wanted to do it like up here on my shoulder or something like that, I can reach back there to do it. But I
So
thought it was nice. I have, two big hickeys on my one on my back now. Oh God,
I
and one
know
on my
when I
left
have it, I
side.
have all these hickeys all over my back, and it's,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I am so sore right now. So, I do
Yes.
Pilates. I currently do Pilates, and I may give it up for a few months just for some
Yeah.
reasons. But, so Crystal, I took off the day after Christmas, and I'm taking the day after New Year's off. So I go back
Yeah.
to work on Wednesday. So, I signed up for a TRX class at Pilates on Tuesday. I go back this Tuesday. So my last one was this past Tuesday. Oh my God.
They made you have a workout, huh?
I don't know if you know what TRX is.
No, I don't.
So they're these strap things from above with handles, and you hold them, and then you're standing on one foot and you put the other one in tabletop, so it's bent like an L, and then you pivot and you bend till your knee hits the ground without your foot hitting the ground first.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
yes.
Walking's difficult today still,
Oh my
So much
God.
so that the day when I went back to work on Wednesday, I didn't think anything of it. I was a little sore. I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. I go up to the third level parking garage and I climb down the stairs because I always take the stairs in the parking garage because the elevators in the parking garage are little death traps. And so I always take the stairs and I started to go down and I thought, oh my God, I don't think I can make it. It was awful.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
it's just day one. So the
Right.
day went on and I had to get up and down, up and down. I was like, God, I'm getting sore. And then I had to get back up to my car. Again, not taking the little death trap elevators in the
Sure.
parking garage. Oh my God.
Oh God, I can imagine.
The next day, way worse. I parked on the first floor and I told supervisor, hey, you see me out there? Not taking stairs. They're like, what's the matter? And they're like, oh my God. And I said, and I don't get in those elevators. They're like, well, we don't blame you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
today I was parked on the first floor as well because no,
It's not gonna happen.
it's not happening. Getting into I drive a little Tacoma. I love my
Yeah.
little truck. I have running boards. You would think I was a 90-year-old lady. I'm
Oh,
holding on
trying
to
to
the
get
edge
into
of
your
the
truck,
holding on.
trying to stick your butt in first so you have leverage.
I'm not even that coordinated. I get one foot on the running board and I'm like, how am I going to get the other foot up? And I'm holding on to the edge, that's open. I had the door open and I'm holding on to the edge, trying to get leverage. And there's a handle inside. It's just the neighbors must be thinking, what the hell is she doing?
Oh my gosh.
Because
Oh
normally
my
I
gosh.
just open the door and I put one foot on and I pop myself in. I'm not even holding on to anything. And I have my arms
Right.
full of my stuff. No, it's a way bigger deal right now.
Oh my
My
gosh.
arms hurt. So I'm trying to reach.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I hurt from the top of my shoulders down to my knees.
Yeah. Well,
It's awful.
that cupping will help you, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I thought maybe I should call Sharon and be like, so you have a massage slot? Because I could use some cupping.
I don't blame you. That's definitely. I used it 2 times, like I said, and it felt good to me. Like I
It
like.
feels good. It feels
Yeah.
good. And she does it. She can do it on the head without leaving a mark.
Really?
Yeah, she has these tiny little cups.
Oh, the tiny cups. Yeah, I've heard of them where they kind of set them around your eye too, or wherever your
Yeah.
forehead or wherever you need them.
I thought about it because she did my thigh once, but right now I don't think she has enough cups for me. I mean, getting
You're
dressed,
gonna look like the
undressed.
alien.
I mean, I'm like, ow, ow, ow. And everyone's looking at me. I'm like, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Oh my gosh.
And by the way, I've been taking a leave because I have the tendonitis.
Right.
Yeah, it does nothing.
It
FYI.
doesn't?
Nothing.
Which one are you
Nada.
taking? The regular one or the one for arthritis?
Regular one.
No, try the one for arthritis.
I mean, my muscles are screaming at me.
Yeah,
I mean,
try the arthritis.
I have this child gate actually here to keep the dogs out. I call it dog gate because I have dogs. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to you and I'm trying to climb over the gate.
Yeah. And you're
I'm
like, oh my
ow,
God,
ow,
this
ow,
isn't
ow, ow.
working. Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I gotta get the other leg over now.
I know. Well, it's something you haven't done,
Ever.
so-
I've never done that.
Right. So
And
you're
I'm
going to be sore.
I'm signed up to go back Tuesday and I'm questioning it.
You'll be fine. Just takes about 2 weeks and you'll be good again.
Okay, well, when you come down, I'm taking you to one and get back to me.
Oh, dear God.
And what's so funny is in Pilates, they always go, you're so strong. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have the big dog. And when we first got Axel and I brought him home, he was a puppy. But as he got bigger, I wanted some help with some things with him. So I had a trainer who trains Malinois come to the house.
Okay.
And she's like, dogs have egos. I'm like, well, it's a boy. Okay, I get it. So when you're playing tug with him, you got to let him win some and tell him he's so strong. So she tells us, you're so strong. And I'm like, did you have the same trainer that
my dog had?
That my dog had? Did you talk to Natalia and Ivan? Because I'm curious.
Probably.
Because they
Oh my
walk around
God.
and their microphones going, oh, you're so strong. And automatically I think of my dog.
Yes. That's a good story. I like that story.
And it's true. It's a true story.
It is,
Because,
yeah.
oh, you're so strong. I'm like, who are you talking to? I'm like,
Is my dog back here? Hold on, let me look.
I'm just trying not to die and accidentally hang myself from these things from the ceiling.
You know, I've tried something similar to that, but it's not called TRX. It's called something yoga,
Oh, trapeze yoga.
like trapeze yoga.
So
Yeah.
this has made me rethink wanting to try that.
Actually, that's fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I actually liked it.
I enjoyed the class. Do not get me
Yeah.
wrong. We were all like, oh my God, but days later, I'm hurting.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna be hurting. Yeah.
I mean, not so strong, not so strong.
Not so strong. You not strong. You're not strong. You go home.
Which I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going. Leave me alone.
But
No,
like,
it'll take a couple of weeks.
2 nights in bed just trying to roll over.
Yes. Oh my
I
God.
have to wake up to move.
Ah.
I don't wake up at night. I sleep through the night. Sound. And I'm like, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah,
Ow,
I
ow,
believe
ow,
you.
ow, ow. I gotta move this leg. Ow, 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 ow.
Yes.
It's just like,
When I first started working here, because I hadn't done this kind of job and I was in the kitchen and moving around and doing this and doing that, man, was I sore
yeah,
the
I
next
bet.
day.
Because it's brutal.
It is.
It's,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. So, stay tuned for session 2 of TRX. And then Crystal had the nerve to bail on Tuesday's class and switch to Wednesday's class because she got a hair appointment. And the reason I can't go to Wednesday class is because it starts at 5:30. I don't get out of work till 5:15. And by the time I get up to my
Oh.
truck in the parking garage, I wouldn't have time to change. I wouldn't make it in time
Yeah.
getting
No,
down Almerton's traffic. So I took Tuesday off. So she's like, you should try this with me. And then she ditched me.
Oh, see that? Bad Crystal.
So she's going to hear this because she listens every week.
Bad Crystal.
So Crystal, I see
Don't
how you
ditch
are.
Char again.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I signed up because of you, and now I'm in
Exactly.
pain because of it.
Because of you.
She's in pain. She's in pain.
Oh,
too.
I believe it.
Yeah, because she said it had been a while. So yeah, it's been brutal. It's been brutal.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I like the girl who taught it, but yeah.
I don't know. Are you gonna do it
So,
again?
I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a day by day thing at this point.
It is, yeah.
I
Just
still
take it
hurt
slow.
pretty good. I mean, some parts of me less, but definitely the legs are hating me as we speak.
Yes.
I've been
I
sitting
bet.
a while, so what you won't hear is me get up.
Yes. Oh my God, that's like me in here. If I sit too long, oh my gosh, you better forget it.
Normally not an issue, but my muscles, like I'm rubbing them now, they just hurt.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
just, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Try that leaf for arthritis. I'm telling you, that's gonna help.
Well, yeah.
That's
Well,
gonna help.
I stopped taking it. I didn't take it today because I've been pumping something through my liver and kidneys for months dealing with the tendonitis, and I've been diligent about wearing the brace every day, and that seems to really help.
Okay.
So I've been trying to avoid putting anything more in my system. I ordered arnica tablets, pellets you put under your tongue.
Yeah.
Those came today. Those are a little more holistic, so I don't know that it'll do anything. It's going to build up in your system, I would imagine. I mean, the pellets are like this big. They can take
I
5.
mean, it's worth a shot. Yeah.
They're
it's worth a shot.
microscopic practically. I'm like, what
They're
are you doing?
microscopic.
Practically.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, they're itty bitty. I mean, they're itty
Super
bitty.
tiny. Yeah.
Super tiny. So
Yeah.
so I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So stay
Okay.
tuned. Don't know if I'll make Tuesday, if I'll switch classes to something a little more
It's okay.
reasonable.
It's okay. You need some time. You'll get used to it once you get used to it. If you want to do it again.
Well, it's not a class I can take all the time because of the time they offer it and my work schedule. But the last 2 days, one of my coworkers has brought me in a drink for healing. They're like these, I don't know what they are. They're healthy, full
like
of
shots.
No, they're canned drinks that you buy from the health food store. And they're
Okay.
full of vitamin B's and just all kinds of supplements and turmeric for inflammation. Just, I mean, they taste pretty good and whatnot, but she's like, I picked you up one too. She calls me Boo. And I have a drink for you to help, recovery drinks, the recovery drinks. That's what she
Recovery
calls them.
drinks. Okay.
So she's brought me one every day at lunch. So
Nice.
I'm like, I'm going to need a case.
Right. She feels
Yeah.
you. That's why she knows
She
you're
does
in
feel me.
pain.
She's
Yes.
drinking them too. She's
Yes.
like,
Yes.
I was walking to her. She's like, why are you not walking right? I'm like, I don't talk about it. I'm lucky I'm upright right now.
Right. No kidding.
Anyways, I think that was a pretty decent topic. Relationships are always draw a lot of attention.
Yes, definitely. I mean, and this was a good one because we all have things in common that are very similar. So, I'm glad to hear, all the different perspectives and comments that people had to, and what people had to say, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's nice to know that, you're not the only one that's struggling out there, that there are others that are struggling with you as far as relationship goes. But you just deal with it the best you can. That's
Yeah.
it. But don't
It's
don't lose yourself in it though.
no.
That's a very important part, is don't lose yourself in
You have
it.
to set those boundaries so you know when to walk away. It's going to be
Yes,
painful in some cases. Some cases it may not be, but just know when to walk away,
correct. And
you
that's it.
know?
That's all you can do.
And that's self-care.
So very much so. Very much
Hmm.
so. But thank you
So,
guys for listening. We appreciate you guys listening as always. Stay tuned for our next episode. And please leave any comments below if there's something that you guys want to hear, or if you guys want to comment and listen to us speak about a certain topic. Please leave it in the comments below or send Char an email and she will um, answer you as quickly as she can. And
yeah.
then,
So you can find us on Spotify and Amazon and Samsung Podcasts, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Apple Podcasts, Google, Pandora, iHeart, TuneIn, and Deezer.
and there you have it. Check us out.
And that's it, my dear. I
That's
hope
it.
you have a wonderful New Year's. You need to send me pictures of, first of all, of you all dressed up and dolled
Yes.
up and ready to go. I won't send you pictures of me because I'll be in hobo clothes on the couch
Okay.
with my dogs,
Okay.
watching something and enjoying the last weekend of my trees. But yeah, that's it.
Yes, I will definitely send you those pictures. You got it.
I will be checking on you.
All right. Sounds good.
I will be looking for them. So
Sounds
you have
good.
a wonderful night. It's 2:26 a.m.
Thank you. Yep.
and we had
And
a little minor pause due to technical difficulties,
we
but
did. Yeah, but we figured it out. So,
we're hoping 2024 our technical difficulties get less and less.
yes, definitely. And wish everyone a happy new year, and looking forward to a fresh new year, and continuing episodes.
Yes, so happy healthy new year and we will see you in 2024. Have a
Okay.
good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.